All right, let's cut across to some latest news coming in, and this is about the politics over certain comments that were made against Prime Minister Modi. The comment that was made against the Prime Minister, calling him Panauti over Team India's World Cup loss, has intensified. Earlier today, Congress first released a poster called Prime Minister Modi as Panauti-e-Azam. BJP's Shehzad Poonawalla replied to the Congress party and released another poster in which he has called the Gandhi family something similar. We'll try and cut across to those details. Pallavi will give us more perspective. Pallavi, what are words on both the sides? Interesting comments coming in from the Congress and BJP.
Well, it all began with the results of the World Cup match, and Rahul Gandhi took the lead, not just any other Congress leader. And I think that seemed to be a cue, really, Anusha, for the rest of the party, where they've begun this whole campaign, what they call it, hashtag Panauti Prime Minister. And the point that they are making is, and something which even Mamata Banerjee also said in Kolkata yesterday, that the presence of the Prime Minister inside the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad is also one of the reasons why the Prime Minister, why the Indian cricket team lost. We were talking about this yesterday. In India, we tend to be very superstitious. A large number of people believe to do it right. Right calculation, posturing has to be made. Any big event or any important
Pallavi, there's a problem with your audio. We'll just fix your audio. I'll request my team to just patch you again on the story. But that's the war of words that has broken out. Interestingly, there was a comment also that was made by Rahul Gandhi, or reiterated at one of the rallies, and the defense of the Congress party is that it came from the crowd. But there's a complaint that was filed to the Election Commission saying that it's a violation of the Model Code of Conduct. And the Election Commission also issued a notice to Rahul Gandhi seeking his response and asking him that was this something that was deliberate and intentional, and why shouldn't an action be taken against him? Pallavi with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
What I was talking about is that Congress's reason for going ahead with this and not being very wary of a personal attack on the PM. Earlier, if you remember, Anusha, every time there was a personal attack on the PM, it seemed to have backfired on the Congress, which is why it was very wary of it. The Neech Aadmi and the Chai Wala, Maut Ka Saudagar, and so on and so forth. But I think what the Congress party, and at least something which their sources have told me, is that they think there are two reasons. One, of course, is that Indians by nature being superstitious, that's the calculation. They'll understand what a Panauti is all about. And second, if Rahul Gandhi can be called Pappu and name called over all these years, then why not also play this card on the Prime Minister? They don't think it's going to backfire on them anymore, which is why, the Congress has been unleashing this entire campaign right till today. But not that the BJP has remained silent on it. Himanta Biswa Sharma also said that one of the reasons why India lost was also because it was a death anniversary of Indira Gandhi.
Pallavi, please stay with us on the broadcast. Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP is joining us on the show. Good morning, Shehzad. Thank you for speaking with us. I don't know what to say, but that's the word coming in for the Prime Minister, Panauti-e-Azam from the Congress party.
The only is the Panauti of P for Parivarwad, A for Atankwad, N for nepotism, A for absolute corruption, U for underperforming economy, Tushtikar, and ignoring national interest for vote bank. And when we say the word Panauti, who do we think of? I think we all know who that Panauti is. But anyways, today the Congress party should never claim that it has scientific temper anymore. And the kind of connotations the word Panauti has, the way it has been used to actually lead to apartheid and exclusion of certain communities, it shows the Samanti soch of the Congress party. Anyways, they have always used such kind of language for the Prime Minister, Maut Ka Saudagar, Kabr Khudegi, Hitler ki Maut Marega, Gangu Teli, Neech, and they have abused his caste, his family, his parents. So today when they use the word Panauti, it is not at all surprising, because this is Congress's gali ki dukaan. But people of Rajasthan are saying that it is the Congress which was a Panauti, because of which Rajasthan became number one in rapes, number one in unemployment, number one in paper leak, and number one in law and order situations. So I think everyone knows who the real Panauti is in this country.
All right, Shehzad, as you get us all your perspective and your thoughts on this, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad is speaking. Let's cut across to that.
अच्छी ट्रेनिंग कराई तो अच्छा है, उसमें वो भी लगे, इसमें गलत क्या है? लेकिन ऐसे शब्दों का प्रयोग ममता जी करें तो ये लगता है कि कुछ लोगों की नेताओं की हताशा पराकाष्ठा में चली गई।
उन्होंने बोला कि महुआ मोइत्रा का मैटर पूरा प्लान किया हुआ था।
अब ऐसा है, वो मैटर रिपोर्ट दे दिया है पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी ने और माननीय स्पीकर साहब के पास है, तो इस पर मैं कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा। लेकिन इतना ही कहूंगा कि संसद के लोगों को कुछ गरिमा का भी ध्यान रखना चाहिए।
महबूबा मुफ्ती बोलती हैं कि केंद्र सरकार क्या कर रही है, लगातार इनकाउंटर हो रहे हैं, लोग मारे जा रहे हैं, क्या कर रही है लोग?
जो कर रहे हो तो देख रहे हैं, आतंकवादी कहीं से भी आए, ठीक है, हमारे कुछ सेना अधिकारियों और जवानों को की शहादत हुई.
That's the word coming in from Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. We heard Mr. Shehzad Poonawala as well. And the war of words between the Congress and the BJP that continues to intensify. The word Panauti has raised quite a storm. It started as a trend on the social media, handle Twitter. And that's where this entire narrative started. And once we lost the World Cup, we saw certain opposition parties using this word. Rahul Gandhi used this word at a certain rally, to which a BJP took objection to, saying that that's not the kind of language one should use against the Prime Minister of the country. The Congress party also in response has to say that there are multiple occasions on which unparliamentary language or inappropriate words have been used for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and other leaders of the Congress party. And BJP should not preach any sort of morality to them when it comes to words and the kind of language that should be used. But let's see how that really progresses and how this narrative really plays out. In the run-up to the elections in Rajasthan, Telangana, we have concluded Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. And of course, to the big battle of 2024, the political discourse in the country, especially between the two leading parties, is only going to intensify in the times to come. These kind of verbal duels or the kind of discourse that you have seen is only likely to intensify in the times to come on repeated occasions. That's the nature of Indian politics. But yes, the discourse, the political discourse in this country has really plummeted. That's a concern that the Election Commission has also shown multiple times. And there have been petitions before the constitutional courts of this country that whether there has to be something that needs to be done about ensuring that the political discourse does not stoop to a certain level. However, no law can stop the politician from calling out each other and calling names to each other. There is no law in this country that forbids that, and I don't know if any other democracy has a law of that nature. It is only the manner in which politics is conducted that's going to define how this really plays out.